of 1. Rick Cerrone came in with the graphic you just saw, the fact that no team with the best record during the regular season has won the World Series during the 90s. I had not seen that one before, and I know you will be sharing that one with the folks when you return to Baltimore.
Yes, of course. You have to do a little research once in a while. But that is an amazing thing. Not one team in the 90s with the best record has gone on to win the World Championship.
Here's Chuck Knobloch. 1 for 2, single to the first, fly to right in the second.
Now, if you're John Burkett, you want to get him right back in the dugout, try to put some more pressure on David Cone. So important to shut down the opposition when you put 3 on the board.
Here's Clayton once again. Sidearm over to first, bobbled by Will Clark. And Knobloch is safe.
Well, it looks like the 13th error now for Will Clark. 13 errors at first base.
Which leads the American League.
Watch it. I mean, this is a routine play. Easy toss. What happens? Oh, he gets handcuffed by the baseball at first base, and it pops out. And that'll be another error for Will Clark. Well, I already was putting down 6-3 on my scorecard.
He fooled you. Clark has committed more errors than the entire Rangers outfield combined.
Cannot take your eye off the little pelota.
So the Yankees with a 1-out base runner. Derek Jeter 2 for 2 with a run batted in. The Yankees have stranded 6 over the first 3 innings. 2, 2, and 2. And the 2 double plays. The Rangers very fortunate that the Yanks have scored only 2 runs so far. Texas leading on the Gonzalez 3-run homer. This one gets by Zeal. Knobloch over to third. Jeter in at second.
Well, we're seeing them self-destruct right here.
That is error number 7 in 20 games committed by Todd Zeal with the Texas Rangers.
Yeah, defensively, Todd Zeal's been struggling. That time it looked like he never got the glove down. Went right through his wickets. Johnny Oates is saying, what's going on here as they commit their 95th error of the year.
Yankee fans remember the error made by Zeal against the Orioles in the 96 playoffs.
Where he wanted to just hold the ball. It slipped out of his hand, started rolling, and Bernie Williams able to score. Well, Burkett did his job, Kenny. Got the ground ball, should be in the dugout now. Instead, second and third and only 1 out.
Should have been a 1-2-3. Paul O'Neill 0 for 2. Rounded into a double play in the first, robbed by Mark McLemore in the second.
You really cannot give teams like the Yankees extra opportunities. You know, you're looking at 5 outs you're going to give the best hitting team in baseball.
O'Neill fouls this one down the right field line. 0-2. Rangers with a 3-2 lead. 449-foot home run off the bat of Gonzalez. Tied for the 3rd longest home run in the history of the ballpark. Jose Canseco went 480 back in 1994. And Roberto Kelly, now a member of the Rangers, or I should say he did it with the Rangers. It says Anaheim here in the notes, but he did it with the Rangers earlier this season. And O'Neill takes strike 3. He is now 0 for 3 and has words for the home plate umpire, Brian Onora.
Showed him a couple of changeups down, got him out in front, and now he's going to locate a fastball on the inside part of the plate. Look at Rodriguez moves in. He gave up on that pitch. You see the good late movement by Burkett. O'Neill doesn't think it ever catches the plate, but it does. And the only guy that counts is Brian Onora. Big strikeout for Burkett.
His second of the night. So now 2 outs for Bernie Williams, who has reached base twice, a walk, and an infield single.
Well, that was just a nice sequence of pitches we saw from John Burkett. Changeup, changeup, and then fastball on the inside corner to freeze O'Neill with 2 runners in scoring position.
Williams up to 349. In the dirt. Now 2-0 to Williams.
Not only can Pudge throw you out, but he can prevent runs from scoring. Look at him shift his body, keeps his chest protector between the ball and the backstop. You don't have to catch the ball when you block it. Give you a lot of gear. Use the gear to keep it in front of you.
Runners on second and third. Knobloch and Jeter both reached on errors by Ranger infielders. Speed, strike call, 2-1.
Well, 2-0 slow curveball from Burkett. See if he follows it up like Cone did with a fastball. Cone wishes he went to another breaking ball against Juan Gonzalez.
That ball's still going.
Oh man, that was hit hard.
Two and one on Bernie Williams. 2 outs, top of the 4th. Rangers leading the Yankees 3-2. Now 3-1 with Tino Martinez, the on-deck hitter. Yankees 45 victories on the road this year. 45-23 away from Yankee Stadium. Only the San Diego Padres have more wins at home than the Yankees have on the road. Williams with a base hit into right field. Here comes Knobloch. Jeter crosses the plate, and the Yankees have regained the lead. A 2-run single off the bat of Bernie Williams, who has now driven in 72 runs on the season in just 94 games.
Well, Kenny, just what I was talking about. If you give good teams extra outs in an inning, 5 they're giving them in this inning, they're going to make you pay for it. 3-1 changeup down. Bernie Williams stays on top of the baseball and hits a rocket to right center field to drive in 2.
2 unearned runs. Dick Bosman out to chat with Burkett. Burkett would have had a 1-2-3 inning. His teammates gave him the lead after he allowed 8 hits over the first 3. Girardi grounded out to short to start the 4th. It looked like Knobloch would be thrown out by Clayton. It was already down on your scorecard, and then it was bobbled by Will Clark, and then Jeter with a ground ball that skipped past Zeal into left field. And both Knobloch and Jeter have scored. Crabtree up in the bullpen once again with 2 outs. Tino Martinez. Martinez 0 for 2, struck out and grounded into a 4-6-3 double play. Burkett again over the first. Williams has stolen 14 bases on the year. He's also been caught 7 times. Yankees 4 runs on 9 hits. Rangers 3 runs, 3 hits, and 2 errors. Ball 1 to Martinez.
See the 82 pitches thrown just here in 2 outs in the 4th inning. A lot of extra pitches this inning that he didn't need to be throwing. Defense has let him down. I mentioned 95 errors now for the Texas Rangers.
Yankees with the 9 hits. On Tuesday, Burkett did not allow a hit in Boston over the first 4 innings. Wound up losing the game. Lasted only 5 2/3 up at Fenway. Red Sox winning at 4-1. 2-1 on Tino Martinez, who went deep twice last night on Esteban Loaiza. Bernie Williams, the runner on first. Inside to Tino. Remember, he was hit in the back by Armando Benitez of the Orioles back in May, which precipitated a bench clearing ball, 8-game suspension for Benitez. Martinez missed some time as well.
Yeah, I asked a lot of the guys about that incident, and they didn't want to refer to the incident, but they felt that ball game, the way they came back down 5-1 late. Bernie hit a 3-run homer.
And there goes Williams. Martinez, ground ball to the right side. McLemore on 2 hops, throws him out. When you talk about hustle, Bernie Williams is all the way at third when Martinez was thrown out. Yankees have regained the lead. Back in Arlington, Kenny Albert, Rick Cerrone. 4-3 lead for the New York Yankees as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Ivan Rodriguez, Todd Zeile, and Warren Newson will face David Cone. Pulled out the 3-run homer off the bat of Juan Gonzalez in the 3rd. But the Yankees have gone back on top. And now Rodriguez, who was called out on strikes his first time up. Rodriguez nearly became a Yankee last year at the trade deadline. There had been ongoing talks between these clubs. Rodriguez was about to become a free agent, and he hits this one to deep left field, and the Rangers have tied it. Home run number 12 for Ivan Rodriguez, and the second homer in the last 2 innings against Cone.
Well, Kenny, that looked like a first pitch hanging breaking ball on the inside part of the plate. It spins, it stays inside, and Rodriguez just crushes it to left field. David Cone knows it was a bad pitch. He got the breaking ball on the inside part of the plate. 17th home run allowed by Cone this year.
And the 100th career home run off the bat of Rodriguez, who had gone 68 games without a homer until Thursday night, and he has now hit 2 the last 3 games. A Rick Cerrone type.
100 home runs in his major league career now.
No home runs in 68. Rick Cerrone type slump, right?
Well, that's normal. That's not a slump. That was every day for me.
He had not homered since May 23rd up until Thursday night.
Oh, that was a cheapie, though. Only 387 feet for Rodriguez. A little cheapie, but it counts.
The solo shot to lead off the 4th. Now 1-2 on Zeile. Zeile to center. Bernie Williams. One away. Well, Rick, our Michelin trivia question. What father-son pitching duo has won the most games combined in the history of the major leagues? I don't want to hear anything about Cy Young and his son, who never played in the majors.
No, guys.
Both guys had to have pitched in the major leagues.
I think that's an easy one. I may be wrong, but I think I may get this one right.
Well, we'll let the viewers think about it for a couple of minutes. Warren Newson. Now the first pitch, ground ball to the second baseman Knobloch. Big throw heading in the other direction. And he throws out Newson for the second out here in the Rangers' 4th.
Beginning of the year, that was anything but a routine play for Knobloch. Really struggled throwing the baseball. Here you see able to make it very easily. 11 errors on the year, mostly throwing errors. Really came down with a Steve Sax syndrome. Look out over the dugout. He was airmailing. But now Willie Randolph, the infield coach, has worked with him and no longer a problem.
Royce Clayton, bunt single in the 3rd, came around to score the Gonzalez home run. The Rangers have tied it here in the 4th. Clayton into center. Again, it's Bernie Williams. And that will do it for the Rangers, but not before they tie the score on the 1-4 as we head to the top of the 5th. Here in Arlington, Chili Davis will lead it off for the Yankees. Well, Rick, you know, of course, the Yankees with the best record in baseball. The Kentucky Wildcats won the NCAA basketball title earlier this year. The last 5 times Kentucky has won the NCAA championship, the Yankees have also gone on to win the World Series as Chili Davis lines out to the shortstop, Royce Clayton.
So you know what the Yankees are saying? We're going to go by that history. The history of Kentucky Wildcats winning the championship. That history is going to pay off.
Coincidence,
this year.
or do you think there's something to it?
No, I think it's a coincidence. Of course.
Here's Darryl Strawberry, 0 for 1 with a walk. Your alma mater went to the championship game back in '89, Seton Hall, but
bad call.
Came up short.
Bad call against Michigan.
Darryl Strawberry, a pretty good basketball player. In fact, his cousin Miles Simon was a member of the Arizona club, which won the NCAA title 2 years ago when they beat Kentucky.
Basketball, baseball. I think Darryl Strawberry has made a pretty nice living swinging that bat. 22 home runs this year, just 248 at-bats for Strawberry.
Now 3-1 on Strawberry with 1 away here in the 5th.
Well, he hit the longest home run ever hit in Camden Yards earlier this year off a changeup from Mike Messina, straightaway center field.
Leads the Yankees with 22 home runs, including 2 pinch hit grand slams.
2 pinch hit grand slams. I mean, that's getting healthy in a hurry, isn't it? 8 RBIs and 2 at-bats.
This time Burkett strikes him out. 3rd strikeout for John Burkett, 2 away in the Yankee 5th. Rick, next week on FX Baseball Saturday night, the East Coast will see the Angels and the Red Sox, while the West will check out the playoff-bound Astros as they take on the Pirates. Only on FX. Check local listings for the game and time in your area. Scott Brocious 1 for 2. Ground ball to the shortstop, Royce Clayton. Across to Clark. And Burkett with his first 1-2-3 inning of the game. Halfway through from Arlington, tied pitching duo, Rick, has won the most games in Major League history.
Oh, I got this one right. How about Mel and Todd Stottlemyre?
You got it. Todd pitching against his father's club for the first time last weekend at Yankee Stadium, a combined .285. There's Mel, and if we had a camera in the Rangers clubhouse, we would show you Todd, but he is nowhere to be seen at the moment. So we'll show you that.
A little cooler in that clubhouse.
Right now, Mel's club and Todd's club tied at 4. Todd said it was the proudest moment of his career walking in from the bullpen at Yankee Stadium, knowing his dad was in the other dugout. On Sunday, his mom and his wife in the stands. Mom rooting against the Yankees for the first time this season. Even Mel said Texas needed the game more than us, so it's okay if she roots for Todd this afternoon.
Yeah, you wonder what he was thinking. And it's got to be a nice feeling for him. I know they keep in contact an awful lot.
Mel said, ironically, no Yankees came to him for a scouting report on his son.
They probably think he'd give him the wrong one.
He said he read the Yankees report, and it was accurate.
It was accurate. Well, I talked about video. Nowadays, I went in to the Yankee clubhouse. Derek Jeter sitting there watching John Burkett's last performance.
Goodwin with a bouncer to Gino Martinez for the first out in the Rangers' 5th. Well, Rick, for big stars, rockin' music, and their own brand of evil music. I know you'll like that. Tune in to Penn and Teller's Sin City Spectacular. Catch an all-new episode Monday on FX. The hidden ball trick, perhaps?
Yeah, yeah. I like it. Yeah, Penn and Teller. I could just look at those guys. They make me laugh.
So 1 out, nobody on in the 5th. Mark McLemore. Infield single in the 1st, grounded out in the 3rd inning. Last night, it was the Yankees going long ball 4 times, 4 solo shots. Tonight, 2 home runs have accounted for all 4 Texas Rangers runs. As McLemore lines out to the second baseman Knobloch, 2 away.
Well, you see that slider just eat up McLemore inside. As a hitter, you approach the ball thinking it's going to be away from you, and then it just dives inside and it jams McLemore. Watch, he's going to go out after this ball. Next thing you know, it's right around the trademark. Can't get extended on the ball. Soft line drive right at Knobloch.
Rusty Greer fouls it back. Greer has walked both plate appearances tonight. The 3rd inning walk was followed by the 3-run home run off the bat of Gonzalez. Up the middle, base hit, a 2-out single. As he did in the 3rd, Rusty Greer extends the inning for Juan Gonzalez. And back in the 3rd, no doubt about it, number 36.
Oh my, 3-1 fastball tail inside. Gonzalez 449 feet away. Now ties for the major league lead in RBIs also with that 3-run shot. Ties Sammy Sosa with 124 ribbies.
We said he only needed 2 per game to catch Hack Wilson. He's 1 ahead.
Yeah, now
with the pace.
I also said he can get about 20 in a week when he gets hot.
Strike called, 0-1, 2 outs in the 5th. His 10th home run, the last 23 games. During the 4-game series at Yankee Stadium last weekend, Gonzalez came to the plate 14 times, did not drive in a run. Making up for it here tonight. Greer, the runner on first with 2 out. Inside, 1-1. David Cone hearing it from the sellout crowd here in Arlington.
Yeah, Kenny, David Cone must have read my batter profile. Loves to extend his arms, Juan Gonzalez. Make him aware of the ball inside like Cone just did. And the last thing, you know, you call it an RBI machine because that's what he's been averaging, over an RBI a game for the last 3 years. That's incredible. More than an RBI a game the last 3 years.
399 over the last 3 seasons.
I mean, when you put that in perspective, and Juan Gonzalez, the first one to tell you, he can't do it by himself. He needs his teammates to get on base like Greer has done this inning, like Greer did the prior at bat with that walk. Needs help to drive in runs.
Gets away from Girardi. Greer down to second. How about this? With his next run batted in, Gonzalez will become the first major leaguer since 1950 to drive in 400 runs over a 3-year period.
Oh, we were talking about one heck of a chase. One heck of a chase. I like that. Nice. 124 ribbies now.
So Gonzalez about to accomplish something with his next run batted in that has not been done in 48 years. 400 RBI over a 3-year period. He's 1 shot. And the count is full.
142 times Juan Gonzalez has come up with runners in scoring position. 41 hits, 11 home runs during that time.
Into the Rangers dugout.
One thing I've seen with Gonzalez, he's become a very, very good hitter, especially in RBI situations. He will shoot the ball the other way. Cannot swing for a home run every time up there. He's willing to cut down on his swing and drive the ball to right center field for an RBI. He's got tremendous plate coverage. If you're Cone, you like to get him to, he loves to extend his arms, but you want him to overextend on maybe a breaking ball down and off the plate.
Third walk issued by Cone. So the Rangers keep the inning alive with 2 men on. And 2 out.
Well, he gave him that little 3-2 slider, but Gonzalez patient enough to lay off it.
Third walk issued by Cone. Will Clark 0 for 2. Swings at the first pitch and grounds out to Tino Martinez, stranding 2. 5 innings complete from the ballpark in Arlington. Yankees and the Rangers tied at 4. For the Yankees here in the 6th against John Perkin. Already 1 for 2. RBI single back in the 2nd inning. It will be Girardi, Knobloch, and his first base umpire Rich Garcia signals strike 1.
Now you see Joe Girardi, I mean, he loves to go after the first pitch. We talked about bowling. You'd almost have to bowl it up there for Girardi not to swing on that first pitch.
Well, we know Burkett could bowl it up there.
And I would be willing to bet that Girardi would try to take a hack at it, that first pitch.
Yankees took a 2-0 lead in the 2nd. Rangers came back with 3 in the bottom of the 3rd on the Gonzalez homer. Yankees 2 more in the 4th, thanks to 2 Rangers errors. And then Pudge Rodriguez a solo home run at the bottom of the inning. 1 and 2 on Girardi. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, we knew who to tease in our opening tonight, didn't we? We teased Gonzalez, teased Rodriguez, both with home runs tonight.
Production crew right on, led by Jim Drake, George Finkel.
Oh yeah, they know what they're doing down there.
Girardi to deep left field. Greer on the run. It's off the scoreboard. Off the out-of-town scoreboard. Girardi on his way to 3rd. And he is in with a triple. 4th triple of the season for Girardi. Doing it off the out-of-town scoreboard in left field.
Well, you have a rarity tonight. You have 2 catchers that can run. Both Girardi and Rodriguez very good. Look at the hanging breaking ball. Curveball up in his eyes. Greer not playing very deep, has to go back on the ball when he bangs his back against the wall. But look at this. I love it when you can see catchers that can motor. Oh, to be young again. Look at Girardi. Even though there's nobody out, he's going to test it. Able to make it. Leadoff triple for Girardi. Oh, that makes me feel good to watch those catchers going around those bases.
And there it is, 4th triple of the season. Off the bat of Joe Girardi. Medical staff tending to Rusty Greer. He's a reckless type player. He suffered a couple of injuries during the course of his career, throwing himself at balls. He made contact with the left field wall on this one.
It looks like they're checking his wrist. I'm wondering if he used his wrist to brace himself against that wall. He hit it pretty hard in left field. Let's go back and watch it. Yeah, it was the wrist. Let's see his bare hand, not his glove hand, but his bare hand. Does he brace the wall? Right there. Oh, and it's got some netting. I don't know if he got his fingers caught up in that netting that protects the scoreboard or not. He's able to stay in the game.
1996, when he drove in 100 runs, missed 10 games with a sprained left shoulder after hitting the outfield wall in Cleveland in May of that season. But career will remain in the game right here. John Burkett will not. A new pitcher for the Rangers when we return here at the top of the 6th.
Pain.
He does not have the car tonight that these other guys do. He's trying to get all the positions he can. He's got a hit pin out.
Right on you. Watch the 9 car up high. Keep her down. Don't let him in there. Corner, inside corner.
Oh, and
he's there. Still there. Still there. Still there. 40's there.
They got him.
Good job. You got to go. Attaboy.
Jeff up into fifth. Spin over there.
On the back.
Irwin has spun, but no caution. He gets going again. No caution as Irwin drives away. He was in the top 10, and here is Mark Martin. It's around Darrell Waltrip with ease.
Hard. It just might.
the problem is, look, the 99 car is right. I guess when the 28 car spun, that Mark backed off because of that, because the spotter probably told him caution was out. And check this out, the 99 car is closed up to right on.
Plus one batter in the 6th. Allows 10 hits, 4 runs so far, only 2 earned, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. 100 pitches on the nose tonight for John Burkett. Tim Crabtree, you mentioned earlier, Rick, a converted catcher, former Toronto Blue Jay, who became a father for the first time at 11:59 on Thursday night. Crabtree for the Rangers.
I always liked his arm, too. He's got a real quick arm, hard, heavy sinker, around 94 miles an hour. The good, tight slider. I mean, a true slider. Just slides away from the right-hand hitters. But you'll notice he's very quick to get the ball up in the throwing position, much like a catcher. Boom, it gets out of the glove and up right by his ear very quickly.
So Crabtree will face the top of the Yankees order with Girardi on third. Nobody out. Chuck Knobloch singled in the first, fly to right in the second. Reached on an error, came around to score in the fourth. So Knobloch 1 for 3. He homered last night. 2 for 6 in the series. Infield in with the runner on third. And Knobloch takes ball 1.
So you can do that. It depends on the pitcher. I mentioned sinker, slider pitcher. You're more apt to bring the infield in because as a hitter, you're more apt to put the ball on the ground. Runner on third, nobody out.
Crabtree falls behind, 2-0.
He's done an excellent job this year retiring the first batter. To me, that's a very important statistic for a reliever. You're brought into ball games facing guys with guys on base. What do you do against the first batter? Well, they're just 9 for 40 on the year, 225 against Crabtree.
Right call, 2-1. Facing leadoff man. Crabtree in relief of John Burkett. In a 4-4 game, top of the 6th inning. Inside to Knobloch, now 3-1.
Kenny, the other stat I like to look at for a reliever, how many guys are on base when he comes in and how many score. Crabtree has not done a good job there. Now, this is almost an impossible situation. Man on third, nobody out. But he's 49 guys have been on base, 19 have scored. That's a pretty high total.
Ball 4 to Knobloch. So the Yankees with 2 men on, runners on the corners with nobody out. Girardi down at third, Knobloch the runner at first base, as Derek Jeter steps to the plate. He's reached base all 3 plate appearances tonight. 2 singles, reached on an error, and scored in the 4th. He's also driven in a run.
Yeah, just a typical Jeter night. 2 for 3, or RBI, runs scored, hitting .325 on the season. That's how good he's become.
Only 24 years of age.
Yeah, that's the thing you tend to forget. Jeter's, it seems like he's been around a lot longer than that. He plays a lot older than his years. You grow up in a hurry when you're playing in New York. 21, 22 years old, and your first experience, you wind up winning a world championship. Now you see a little different philosophy. Johnny Oates, because it's first and third, will play the infield back, trying to give up 1 run to get 2 outs. The only problem is Jeter runs very well out of that batter's box.
The 0-1 from Crabtree. Now 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out. Top of the 6th inning from the ballpark at Arlington. Sold out for the 2nd consecutive night. Yankees winning last night 5-0 behind David Wells, who threw his league-leading 6th complete game of the season. Up the middle, it gets through. 3rd hit of the night for Jeter. Yankees take a 5-4 lead. Goodwin then commits only his 2nd error of the year. And the runners advance. Knobloch to 3rd, Jeter down to 2nd. Only the 10th error committed by a Rangers outfielder. Goodwin leads the league in fielding percentage among outfielders, but he commits the Rangers' 3rd miscue of the night.
Well, it becomes contagious. They are giving the Yankees extra outs, extra opportunities. He just takes his eye off the ball. Hits him in the heel of the glove. Both runners able to advance. Now it's 2nd and 3rd, and the Yankees have a big inning brewing.
The 5th run scored by Girardi, charged to Burkett. So the book is closed on the Rangers starter, allowing 5 runs, 3 of the 5 earned. Here's Paul O'Neill, one of only 2 Yankees who has not reached base tonight. He's 0 for 3, as is Tino Martinez. Comes to the plate with 2 men on and nobody out. Only 2 for his last 24 with runners in scoring position.
Yeah, Torrey's a little bit concerned, but they know that this guy will figure ways to get hits. He has hit .316 in his Yankee career since coming over from Cincinnati.
All 4 times O'Neill has come up tonight, there have been 2 men on. How about that?
They keep putting the pressure on you.
0-2.
Well, we'll take a look at Paul O'Neill's batter profile. To me, he does not miss a breaking ball that's a strike. Loves to hit that breaking ball. Loves to drive the ball the other way. And one of the few guys, just him and Mo Vaughn, that really uses a heavy bat. Once he gets that big shillelagh moving, it's tough to stop. 36 ounces, 36 inches for Paul O'Neill.
Into right field, Gonzalez on the warning track. Knobloch crossing the plate. Jeter over to 3rd. And the Yankees lead is now 6-4. RBI number 89 for O'Neill.
See, that's team baseball. He's looking to pull something. I just showed you his batter profile. Does not miss a breaking ball that's in the middle of the plate. Crabtree got the breaking ball in the middle of the plate, and he just hammered it. Watch the location. Big bat gets going. Look at how he goes after that breaking ball. Advances both runners. Team baseball by the Yankees. Move them over, get them in. O'Neill does his job.
2 runs in here in the 6th. 1 out. Bernie Williams 2 for 2. with 2 RBI. Infield in, Jeter, the runner on third, as Williams takes ball 1. Our Major League batting leaders brought to you by Alka-Seltzer. Numbers 1 and 2 reside in New York.
Yeah, how about that? I don't think that's ever happened. Going back to when the Brooklyn Dodgers and New York Giants, the New York Yankees, where 2 New York players won the batting titles.
Arnie fouls it back, 1-1. How about that deal a couple of years ago? Mets acquire Olerud for starting pitcher Robert Person.
And Toronto paid his entire contract.
$5 million.
So they were actually getting a player, giving up one, and the other team is paying his contract, and he has done nothing but swing the bat and swing it well in New York.
Word out of Toronto at the time, Cito Gaston thought Olerud could not do it at the plate anymore.
Well, they were forcing him to try to pull the ball. He's not really a pull hitter. He'll hit home runs by mistake. He gets over to a Mets uniform, and they said, hey, go back to the way you hit 360. Hit the ball all over the ballpark, and you see his high numbers now for Olerud.
Strike called, 1-2. Mike Piazza, a grand slam. And the Mets victory today over the Arizona Diamondbacks, 9-4. Cubs lost to the Astros, so the Mets with a 1-game lead in the wild card race. And the Mets and Yankees in the playoffs in the same year, something that has not happened.
Oh, can you imagine that city? Wow.
High and tight, 2-2. Mets with a 1-game lead over the Chicago Cubs. Atlanta, Houston, and San Diego, the division leaders. If the Mets qualified from the East, Atlanta would face Houston in the first round.
With Randy Johnson on the mound. What a great matchup that would be. But still a long way and a lot of baseball to be played.
Mets with the victory today. 1 game ahead of the Cubs. And the reason Houston would face Atlanta in that scenario, you cannot play a team in your division in the divisional series, so the Mets could not face the Braves.
A lot of people did not like the wild card initially. I love it. It keeps a lot of other teams in the race and a lot of cities excited.
Base hit right field, 7-4 Yankees. 3rd RBI of the night for Bernie Williams.
Just a balanced attack tonight. Everybody contributing. Jeter 3 hits, a couple RBIs, a couple of runs scored. Bernie 3 for 3 now with 3 runs driven in. Look at how he sits on that back leg. A lot of confidence in his hands and his wrist. Sits down, drives in Jeter with the base hit and the RBI to right field. I think that's the key for most hitters. They believe they can wait long enough and then have confidence in their hands to be able to get the bat through the hitting area.
Tino Martinez, like Paul O'Neill, 0 for 3 tonight. He has ended innings twice, stranding 3 runners in the process, also grounded into a double play.
Well, wasn't that part of our opening? Every day it's somebody different for the Yankees. Last night it was Tino's turn, so he could take a night off tonight. Somebody else will step up.
Strike called, 1-1.
And again, 7 runs scored with David Cone on the mound. They have been averaging 7 runs in David Cone's start all year long. It's got to be a great feeling to know you're going to get 7 runs scored for you every night if you're a starter.
Early in the season, Cone was giving up a lot of runs, but it didn't matter. In fact, over his first 2 starts, Cone's earned run average was 14.9, and he went on to win his next 9 starts.
Yeah, the amazing thing, though, and we touched on it briefly, is that he had surgery. October, wasn't even supposed to be back till like May 15th. But here he is looking for his 19th win.
And he was bitten by his mother's dog earlier this season.
Yeah, the little dog got a hold of him.
Dog bites man. Martinez hits this one sharply into right. The catch is made by Gonzalez for the 2nd out here in the Yankees' 6th. Well, Rick, Monday on FX, Boulder is in search of an alien bounty hunter who has taken Scully prisoner. Monday is night number 41 of 100 nights of the X-Files. Keep watching weeknights at 8 and 11 right here on FX. I know you'll be tuning in.
Will not miss it.
Night number 41 of 100. Joey Davis, 2 for 3. Marty Williams with 3 hits. Jeter 3 hits. Knobloch has reached base 3 times. Chili with 2 hits. Girardi a pair of hits.
It'll be interesting to watch this at bat for Chili Davis. All 3 balls smoked the other way. You know they might change their pitching pattern. See if the veteran hitter adjusts to something maybe inside. I mean, look at his at-bats. He has smoked a single to left, a double to left, line drive out that was smoked at Clayton. So 3 balls driven the other way. Now he may take a peek, especially with 2 outs. Look maybe to get the bat head out and pull something.
Two outs in the 6th, 0-1 on Davis. Held up. 1 ball, 1 strike.
The other thing you have to remember, Ivan Rodriguez loves to throw. And when I first came up, I liked to throw too. And the only time you try to pick a runner off first base is with the lefty batter at the plate, because it actually blocks the vision of the runner from the catcher.
1-2 on Davis.
Everybody in the league knows Rodriguez loves to throw also. Jose Cardinal, the first base coach, will remind Bernie Williams, watch it, this guy likes to throw. But the time Rodriguez picks you off is especially with the lefty batter at the plate. There's Jose. Pretty good coaching staff Joe Torre's assembled here. Willie Randolph, Chambliss, Stottlemyre, Don Zimmer.
Don Zimmer, 50 years in professional baseball. Last weekend, after a game against the Rangers, Yankees closed the locker room and presented Zimmer with an oil painting commemorating his 50 seasons. It was Joe Girardi's idea. They spent some time together in Colorado with the Rockies, and Zimmer recommended that the Yankees go after Girardi after the 95 season.
An oil painting?
An oil painting.
Of?
Well, this one gets by Pudge, and Williams heads down to second. I did not see the oil painting, but I assume it included the many faces of Don Zimmer.
Oh, and there are many faces of Don Zimmer. That just looked like Rodriguez took his eye off the baseball and it just ticked him off his glove. Many, many faces of Popeye.
50 years in the game.
And you know he's got nightmares every time he looks over in the other dugout and sees Bucky Dent.
Yep. Check swing, strike 3 called. That will do it for the Yankees in the 6th, but they score 3 runs and take a 7-4 lead. Yankees looking for victory number 94 for David Cone. Tonight would mark his 19th victory. Should the Yankees hold on, Cone leading the majors. His teammate David Wells not too far behind in the victory column. The race for the Cy Young.
I tell you, right there, and then you add Pedro Martinez. I think one of those 3 will get it. Actually, if you look on paper, David Wells with the 6 complete games and the 4 shutouts and the perfect game may have a slight advantage on David Cone.
And the start in the All-Star game. Pudge Rodriguez homered his last time up. Back in the 4th inning, leading it off, a solo shot. This tied the game at 4.
Breaking ball on the inside part of the plate, number 100 of his major league career. 100 home runs for Ivan Rodriguez.
Now 1-1. Rick, as I started to say back in the 4th inning, before I was rudely interrupted by the home run, Rodriguez, the subject of trade talks last year with the Yankees. He was about to become a free agent. Rangers did not want to lose him for nothing after the season. Jorge Posada, the Yankees catcher, one of the names involved. However, Rodriguez walked into the front office on his own, started the negotiations, signed a 5-year, $42 million deal.
Yeah, probably less money than he would have received if he became a free agent. But that's what I was saying about Bernie Williams. I mean, it comes a time where there's so many millions involved. Why not stay where you're comfortable and where you're happy? And I give Ivan a lot of credit for just walking in and saying, listen, I don't want to be traded anywhere. I want to stay right here. I like it. And they got the details done in the 11th hour. I mean, it came down to 1 hour away from him being traded to the Yankees.
The bat goes flying into the stands behind the Yankees dugout as Rodriguez strikes out for the 2nd time tonight. Well, the fans here at the ballpark certainly want this youngster to be allowed to keep the bat, but they'll probably send over another one, as they usually do.
Yeah, they'll probably trade one. That's his game bat. He just did his 100th career home run with it. He wants to keep it. I would imagine the bat boys running around getting a new bat to give that fan, which is usually the case.
Todd Zeile steps in. Zeile 0 for 2 tonight. Zeile played his first 6.5 seasons, Rick, with the St. Louis Cardinals. Since then, he's played for 6 different clubs the last 4 years.
He's going after my record. 8 clubs. Roberto Kelly is also at 8 clubs, but Todd Zeile, boy, it's been a, you know what happens when you get traded to a team, you get a new suitcase. So he's got plenty of storage.
You get to keep the old one?
But you keep the old ones, yeah.
Started the year in Los Angeles. Traded to the Marlins. And he takes a strike, 1-1. Happy to be with a contender here in Texas. How many games did Zeile pick up in the standings with the move from South Florida?
Yeah, he picked up an awful lot. And what they want at the Rangers is somebody they can depend on.
Line drive caught by Derek Jeter, 2nd out here in the 6th.
Well, it looked like he got away with another mistake. Zeile just crushes it. Jeter showing his basketball skills. High to make the play.
Our Gillette key matchup. The Rangers against David Cone tonight. 2 home runs, a 3-run shot by Gonzalez, and a solo homer off the bat of Pudge Rodriguez. Cone has settled down. He's allowed only 1 base hit in 2 2/3 since the home run.
Remember me talking about inventing pitches and finding ways to win ball games. David Cone does not have his good stuff today. He has used an awful lot of splitters, breaking balls, has not established his fastball at all in this ball game.
Warren Newson with a hit up the middle. A 2-out single. So Newson keeps the 6th inning alive as Royce Clayton steps up to the plate. Chad Curtis, by the way, has come on here in the 6th as a defensive replacement for Darryl Strawberry, as has been the case during the course of the season. Strawberry has not played many games in left. There's Curtis, who filled in admirably during Bernie Williams' injury in center field. Clayton takes ball 1. He's 1 for 2, a bunt single back in the 3rd inning. Yankees leading at 7-4. They scored 3 in the top of this inning to go on top once again. 3 runs batted in for Bernie Williams. Derek Jeter has driven in a pair. 1-1 on Clayton.
Again, you can see Cone not real comfortable on the mound, but able to battle through it. Get into the 6th inning when you don't have your good stuff. That's the difference between guys that are 500 pitchers and a guy that's 166 and 90 in his major league career.
2-1 on Clayton.
You know, you talk to the older pitchers that have been around, and David Cohn now can be included in that. You ask them how many times do they actually take the mound where they think everything feels right and everything's working? Maybe once or twice an entire year where they actually no aches and pains and everything is working for them.
How many of those 166 were you behind the plate for?
I think Coney won about 18 ball games when I had him with the Mets in '91. Had that 19 strikeout performance the last day of the season against the Philadelphia Phillies. Always great stuff.
That is the fourth walk. Very uncharacteristic fourth walk issued by Cone. Mike Stanton up in the Yankee pen. 2 base runners with 2 out. There's the left-hander Stanton. Warren Newson, the runner on second. Royce Clayton down at first. Tom Goodwin 0 for 3 from the leadoff spot tonight. Goodwin represents the tying run here in the 6th inning. And a base hit into right center. 1 run in. Here comes Clayton. Goodwin slips between second and third, has to retreat to second, but he drives in a pair, and the Rangers pull to within 7-6, all with 2 out.
Well, we mentioned Tom Goodwin can fly. Only 10 extra base hits on the season. Make it 11 now. He picks him up and puts him down right here. Whoa, look out. I don't know if he saw Jerry Narron holding him up, but he really went into the slide. 2-run double for Tom Goodwin.
Joe Torre out to the mound, signals for the left-hander, Stanton, who must pull the Rangers here in the 6th, or else Cole will not pick up victory number 19.
Saves, but the high ERA, and he's familiar with this ballpark. Prior to coming to the Yankees, pitched here in a Rangers uniform. 1996. One of the moves the Yankees made to shore up that bullpen in '96 prior to winning that World Series.
The runner on second is Goodwin, who represents the tying run. If he comes around to score, Cone would leave with a no decision. They still have the opportunity for a victory if Stanton can retire McLemore. McLemore 1 for 3 against Cone tonight. Rangers have pulled within a run. And a strike called on McLemore, 0-1.
Yeah, you look at McLemore, the 6th best hitter in the American League with runners in scoring position on the year. 360 for the season.
Come on, man, come on. Go.
His hit in the first inning broke an 0 for 9 slump. He's only 10 for his last 62. And he falls behind. No balls, 2 strikes.
Mel Stottlemyre, we showed you his picture before. He preaches, work ahead in the count. I don't care who you are. You fall behind major league hitters, you're going to give it up.
The 0-2 from Stanton. 1-2.
I mean, that is his biggest belief. Most 2 important pitches. First pitch to a hitter and the 1-1 pitch. Big difference for a major league hitter if he's hitting 2-1 in the count rather than 1-2 down. Now he has to be a little protected.
McLemore held up. Now 2-2 with 2 outs. Goodwin, the runner on second. You mentioned it, Rick. McLemore, 360 with runners in scoring position. Tops on the Rangers, 6th in the American League. Strike 3 call. Stanton comes in and retires McLemore. Cone still the pitcher of record. Rangers scored 2 runs and now trail 7-6. Curtis will bat for the first time. Came in as a defensive replacement for Darryl Strawberry. Curtis with 9 home runs. When he hits his 10th, that would tie a Yankee record. 9 players with 10 or more home runs back in 1980. Rick Cerone with 14, one of the 9.
Wow, back in 1980, we won 103 ball games that year. The Orioles only 3 behind. They won 100 games and didn't qualify for postseason.
Is that a career high? 14?
Career high, yeah. That was a lot of fun that year. A lot of players contributing. And if Chad Curtis hits 1 more home run, he'll make it 9 with 10 this year.
Bobby Mercer also on that list. A couple of booths down. Yankee broadcaster on the TV side. Curtis only 3 of his last 27. Bounces this one back to the mound, and he is thrown out by Crabtree. 1 away in the Yankees' 7th. Curtis had started 34 consecutive games in center field during the Marty Williams injury. And the Yankees did not miss much during Williams' absence. Curtis was outstanding. Of course, they missed Williams, but Curtis did a more than admirable job in center.
I mean, that's what's been amazing about the Yankees this year. They've lost Jeter for an extended period of time. Bernie Williams, Chili Davis, who they counted on as their everyday DH almost the entire year, and still able to win 93 ball games.
Loop into right. Second hit of the game for Brocious. The Yankees have had at least 1 base runner every inning except the 5th. A 1-out single here in the 7th. Now this season, Rick, here are the 8 Yankees with at least 10 home runs. Chad Curtis just 1 shy.
Well, you remember in '80 we had Reggie Jackson had 41 that year, so Strawberry leading it, Martinez, Bernie. But see, this is what it's showing you. Everybody contributing, somebody different every day. And when Curtis hits his 10th home run, they'll tie the club record with 9 guys with 10 or more home runs in a season. That's a lot when you think about it.
Runner going, pitch out, throw by Rodriguez. Clayton could not handle the throw, and Brocious is in with his 9th steal of the season.
Well, they guessed right. 7-6 ball game. Brocious most likely a hit and run with Girardi at the plate. Plenty of time. Just takes his eye off the baseball. We have seen the Rangers just making bad plays in the field, self-destructing right before your eyes. I mean, that really should be called an error, but I don't know if they will assume the error there. It should be. Brocious a dead duck at second on the pitch out.
0-1 on Girardi. Bounce to the third baseman, Gil, throws across. Brocious moves over to third. The Yankees now with 129 steals, second in the American League behind the Blue Jays. They actually went 9 games without a steal over the last couple of weeks. But they are second in the league.
Yeah, the Bronx Bombers. Well, now they're the Burners. They steal in bases, but the Bombers are back. They also have hit 71 home runs since the All-Star break, and that's more than any team in baseball. I mean, a lot of different weapons. It's got, and Joe Torre, I mean, we sat together today, and he said it's been fun. Whoever I put in the lineup does their job, and the one thing, they work hard every day.
Chuck Knobloch has reached base 3 times tonight. He scored 2 runs. Hit his 17th home run last night, most by a Yankees second baseman in over 50 years. 13 of the 17, as we told you, coming since the All-Star break. And Jeter and Knobloch, the first set of Yankee middle infielders to both hit more than 15 in the same season.
I mean, it's surprising too. The power number's really high for Knobloch, and no explanation why all of a sudden 13 home runs since the All-Star break.
1-1 with 2 outs. Brocious the runner on third, and a ground ball to the second baseman McLemore. He commits the 4th Ranger error of the game as Brocious comes in to score. It is now 8-6 Yankees.
And you know Johnny Oates has just got to be burning. You cannot win championships by booting the ball, giving good teams extra outs. Should have been an error on Clayton. This is a ground ball routine at second base. Boots it. 4th error of the night for the Rangers, and you know Johnny Oates is just simmering in that dugout.
Rangers committed 5 in a game against the Giants back in June. Error number 13 on the season committed by McLemore. Twice tonight, Knobloch has reached on an error by a Texas infielder. So the Yankees lead is now 8-6. Derek Jeter, 3 for 4. Jeter reached on an error as well.
Johnny Oates, you know right now, he is churning inside. We just talked about that 1980 team. Johnny was on that team.
That's right.
1980.
Retired during the 1981 season as a member of the Yankees.
You know, I learned an awful lot from that man in baseball. Always would sit with me. I was a young player in 80, and he would sit with me, talk to me about calling a game.
The Rangers coach, Jerry Narron, was a Yankee catcher in '79, the previous year.
Well, there's a lot of connections. You have Bucky Dent in that dugout also. Eddie Napoleon, their first base coach, also a Yankee connection. But I tell you, Doug Melvin, the GM now, used to throw batting practice. As you look at the Blue Jays and Angels, 1-0, 1-1 in the 4th. But Johnny Oates, a class guy. But you know right now, I know exactly what he's saying. What is going on here?
Clayton, the only Rangers infielder who has not committed an error tonight, has not been charged with one at least.
Yeah, that's it.
Off Crabtree, and Clayton boots it. It deflected off the pitcher Crabtree, and Derek Jeter has reached base for the 5th time tonight.
You wonder how they're going to rule this one. Well, I mean, he's in position, just takes his eye off the ball. That's Clayton's, should be 2 in this inning, but he'll receive his first error.
So all 4, what do you call that? All 4 Rangers infielders
Bad defense
have committed errors tonight. Yankees committed 5 errors on Thursday in Minnesota. 5 for the Rangers tonight, ties a season high, and that will be all for Tim Crabtree. The Yankees lead is 8-6, 2 on, 2 out in the 7th.